Alright guys, we're back once again with another super EZA, the Fizz Vegito Blue. We really have come full circle, all the way from 2017. He is also rainbowed, he is max links. We have him on the Tech Vegito's 220 lead and the brand new Blue Goku and Vegeta as well, just so we can get appearance from them. Right now, we have a couple links active, not too many, like Kamehameha, Power Bestowed by God, Fuse, Fire, Revenant, Flash, but they will come. We do have the Year 5 EZA LR Vegito on the team. Of course, he's buffed right now. He is starting with a 491k attack stat, 219k defense, and he has base 20% damage reduction, along with 60% damage reduction and counters, of course, when receiving a normal. And I really want to put him in slot 1 to see how he does. But I know there's a super attack coming. I just don't know whether it's going to be pre-super or post-super. So I'd rather avoid VB taking a whole super to the dome. So unfortunately, we're going to have to miss out on that for the time being. Watch there not be one pre. I could have put him in slot 1. He is starting with 200% attack and defense and key +2, has 2 built-in additionals, each which have a 50% chance of becoming a super attack. You do want those, of course, more often than not just for damage, also because he is getting 50% attack and defense each time he does super attacks. So you're looking at almost potentially 3 super attacks minimum per turn without involving the potential system. He does also randomly change key spheres of a certain type to rainbow orbs, which is really nice just to have a rainbow orb changer, considering what's funny is VB doesn't need rainbow orbs. He's not a rainbow orb changer for himself. He doesn't need rainbow orbs in any capacity. He just changes random orbs to rainbow orbs just because he can. So if you need orbs for a unit, or you need specifically rainbow orbs, VB is definitely your man. Also, when attacking, he does get 150 attack and defense, and then for every attack performed within the turn, which is why you want those additionals pop in more often than not, he does get 30% extra attack. We're starting with 14.9. Only a normal. I mean, that does count for an extra 30%, by the way. Another normal, that's another 30% hidden potential. That's also another normal. I mean, while they're only additional normals, technically they all got 30% stronger each time because it's for every attack performed, not super attack. Then when receiving a super attack, he does then get a 50% chance to dodge, which is why when we went through his super EZA details, if you do have some copies lying around, or maybe you spend stones on the game, you might want to rework his hidden potential system just a little bit and just give him a tad more dodge with crit, because additional is something he really doesn't need too much, especially while being a Fizz unit and having that 5 additional automatically built in. The dodge is a bit more important for him, and then he'll get a chance of evading enemies' attack by 30% temporarily, so taking him to 80% dodge chance on super when HP is 70% or less. So if things start to get a bit techie and Fizz VB is there, all you have to do is hopefully that 80% chance procs for you and you're golden. He basically becomes a dodge or die unit on super attacks with a ton of dodge, and then a counter machine with 80% damage reduction on normals. Because don't forget, that combines with the base 20% he has anyway, and then the 60 he takes on normals, while also performing counters. So he's kind of built for any scenario in the game. Of course, one, you just rely on RNG. Normals, no problem. Super attacks, bit more of a problem, but still, 80% dodge chance, no problem. He becomes a dodge or die unit. VB just has everything. He's good for damage reduction and soaking up normals. He's good for super attacks, but unfortunately, your HP does have to be 70% or less. So if you can manage to maintain that somehow, then good stuff. If not, then you probably won't see that all too often. But now we have every single link active because of that Tech LR VB. He looks so good. It's actually my first time using him since being boosted. He does have a 604k attack stat now, 205k defense. We're going to carry on letting the gods stack up a bit because, well, why not? They've only managed to stack up once, so we might as well carry on letting them cook. Let him cook, and then when all allies attacking in the same turn are super class characters, which this entire team is, or when there is another Future Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, which of course you can do very easily, especially with the brand new Blue Goku and Vegeta, attacks become effective against all types, so even then you don't need too much crit put onto Fizz VB. And super class allies will gain 40% attack and defense for 2 turns, and extreme class allies 40% attack and defense, but just for 1 turn. So not only is Vegito doing what he done back in 2017, which is super attack the enemy a plethora amount of times, not only is he getting stronger and more defensively solid every time he supers as well. Unfortunately, you have to wait for them to pop. 17.1, like, it's not the highest, but don't forget, if these additional supers pop, you're doing 50% extra attack and defense each time, jumping up to 22 mil and getting 30% attack each time he performs an attack anyway. So imagine we got lucky enough. There's damage reduction coming in on the normal crit counter. That's a lot of damage on a counter. No crit neither. That's why you would want some crit on him, for crit counters. That's no crit. No crit, and that's the type of damage he's doing on his counters. Oh, it's like we're in 2017 again. I love it. I love it. As I said, we've come full circle. But even though he's not putting out like 30, 40 mil like Rose is, don't forget, he has the potential super attack 3 times just off his kit alone. And as I said, that is a 50% attack and defense raise each time. All while every time he does attack in general, super attack or not, he's getting another 30% attack anyway. So Vegito's attack stat can really jump up, but the amount of combined damage that he can actually do is kind of crazy. So I said, imagine if you hit all 3 of those super attacks, that's 50% attack and defense anyway. That's 30% for every attack performed. That's even more attack. Then if the hidden potential system pops, that's another 30% and another 50% attack and defense on SA effect. The damage will accumulate, and it will accumulate a lot. What's your active skill again? Oh yeah, you raise attack by 300%, cause ultimate damage, attack and defense plus 20%, and then can also nullify. I mean, we don't actually need to use that, if we're being completely honest. Yeah, if we're being completely honest, I don't need to use it. I'm just going to use it because we can. Why not? And we also still have the Gogeta support to come out. Well, we still have that, which should be ready next rotation. Yeah, that is literally ready next rotation. Now, the reason why I decided to rotate the boosted EZA Vegito Blue off is because, well, he's only boosted for GDC. Once GDC is done, you won't really be, I say won't really, you won't be using him anymore. So while I would love to have him perfectly linked up with the Super EZA Fizz VB, it's not a rotation that's going to be permanent or consistent. Only for GDC. So unfortunately, we will lose a couple links, even with the Gogeta support, but I still want to see him with the Gogeta support. And with the Gogeta support up, I'm really hoping that those 50% chance of an additional supers pop. I want to see him put in work. I really do. But one thing that is massively in his favor, especially with the current difficult content we have in the game right now, and I've just remembered because of this Fusion Zamasu's AoEs, is the fact that with the brand new global Dokkan campaign event against Rose and Zamasu, of course, what does Zamasu do? Lock. What does Rose do? He uses AoEs. Vegito has 80% damage reduction on all normals, which of course AoEs is included in. So not only would he take no damage from them and also have type advantage with, he'll also counter the AoE as well and do damage back to Rose. And a lot of damage at that, especially if he's super attacked as well. See, I really want to put him in slot 1, but then that just 1 attack pre-super could honestly be a super attack, and I don't want that happening. Actually, to be fair, I mean, we would only have 50% chance to dodge, and I haven't got no dodge on him normally, do I? No. See, if only we had 70% HP or below, but then, of course, we had the healing. We had the... I'm going to risk it, you know? Hopefully, it's just not a super attack. Hopefully, it's just not a super, and we're good. Or if it is, hopefully he dodges it. I want to see him flex and dodge. Okay, cool. Double digits, counter. Get out of here. Now we super attack. 26 mil with the support. Come on. Give me the additional supers. I want to see all that attack buff. I mean, that's an extra 30% on a normal super. 33 milli. Come on, hit the potential system. Go. 39 milli. So that means with the extra 1 that we missed out on, that would have been over 40 mil. And now the count... Look how much damage the counters are doing. We're not even crit countering. Wow, look at him go. Yeah, Fizz VB is going to be a very good counter. Not even just a pun on words. Literally a very good counter to Rose's AoEs. Oh, look at the damage. He'll even be a good counter to Zamasu. The only problem is if he gets locked in slot 1 and he gets super attack straight away, you're relying on 50% chance to dodge. Which at that point, you just kind of got to hope and pray. But that's what happens with dodge or die units. You got to have faith. You got to believe in that like it's your religion. Now think about the amount of combined damage he did there. He didn't even super attack on one of the additional supers. There was one for what? 20-something mil? 33 mil? Almost 40 mil? The combined amount of damage he did there, also with the counters, bearing in mind, not a single crit counter apart from the last one. He has just shredded Fusion Zamasu's health bar almost by himself. Fusion Zamasu's down halfway, all because of VB. It is really like we're back in 2017. We have come full circle. These super EZAs are nuts. Dokkan, what were you thinking? They really said, there's no fusing VB. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just don't worry. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. You got one coming. There's one coming. Don't worry. You don't need the new one to fuse. You got one. Back like he never left. That's insane. Oh, if only I had some copies in VB, I'd fully give him a ton of dodge. I'm going to have to give him some skill orbs to give him dodge because that's mainly what he needs. That is mainly what he needs. Oh my god, this Super EZA is crazy. Dare I say he's the best Super EZA in the game? Not only is he doing a ton of damage, goes on one of the best teams in the game, one of the best supports in the game. He could probably tank every normal in the game with 80% damage reduction and counter them and does crazy damage after he super attacks and counters. He also has dodge when applying a super attack to him. Even more so if you're almost, well, below 70% HP. I was going to say almost dead. No, it's only 70% HP threshold, which isn't too difficult to do in right now's economy. He also supports both Superclass and Extreme Class allies, and the Superclass support lasts 2 turns. And just because he can, because he's VB, he Rainbow Orb changed, not even for himself. He just does it because he can. He literally does everything. The only thing he doesn't have is guard. He supports loads of damage. Great defensively because of the damage reduction and counters. Dodge on super attacks. Orb change off just because he wants to. His Super EZA is crazy. But as always, you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great day, and peace.